Okay, and welcome to the stream. We are doing a exciting new game here. This is this is obviously Minecraft, and we're going to be doing a survival island seed, but we're quite heavily modded, and we've got the shaders on. Very excited for this. We're gonna very briefly do a little bit of. By the way, I spawned in over here, but I reloaded the world just once I got started to you know, just to kind of you know, go over the basics. I think I spawned in right about here or so. I just wanted to put a block there so I kind of know where I spawned ish. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm gonna adjust some things. Hold on. Okay, that should be good. I was just working on the audio. Let me make sure. Actually, I don't mind sounds. I just mind the music. So. Okay. So, we're going to explore the island first, but before we do, I have one quick piece of business I got to get out of the way. I need to cheat in a couple of objects. First of all, I need a spruce tree. And this is just because our playthrough is going to be heavily dependent on the Mine Colonies mod. That mod, for anybody who doesn't know, uses a lot of oak wood and a lot of spruce wood. In addition to the spruce tree, which is going to allow us to get a lot of spruce wood eventually, I'm going to spawn in a bunch of stacks of oak wood. The reason I'm doing this is not because I want to cheat, but because I want to save on the grind. I played through this, you know, in a non-streaming context recently, and that's what inspired me to go ahead and bring this stream about. So I figured if I went through all the grindiness off camera in my other playthrough, why not do a little bit of work to avoid some of the grindiness on camera. And then finally, I'm going to give myself 2 stacks of cobble. And that should be good. And then was there anything else? Oh yeah, 1 NPC wand. I believe that we gotta find custom NPCs. For some reason, the oh boy, we got a slime island slime already. I'll just move over here. For some reason, the JEI, which is just enough items, is having some trouble. NEI, I guess, is having trouble. I can't. Normally, I could just cheat in directly from NEI, but I don't know if there's a setting that got updated or something, but I can't. So I'm using the generic item finder here. And anyway, okay, custom NPCs. We're gonna put in a custom NPC wand. That way, we can create our own recipes in game without having to do Mind Tweaker, which is a pain in the rear. Okay. So with that, oops, I'm just checking on one thing there. Okay, with that, I think we're going to switch over to survival and try not to cheat anymore. I might turn on creative from time to time just for, you know, maybe viewing things. By the way, I do have the ruins mod, so I believe that's the source of these crops randomly growing on the item. Either way, I will take it because we definitely need to get a food source established right away. I'm just replanting these as we go. Fortunately, I did get some beetroot seeds there. And okay. So yeah, we do have a little bit of food now. I love this shaders pack, by the way, and let me just give credit to the author of this shaders pack. As you can see, it is the Chocopic 13 version 6 shaders. They're excellent, and I really like how they look on this. Okay. Obviously, there are slime islands from Tinker's Construct. Also, by the way, one thing, Tinker's removed the oreberry bushes, so I downloaded the oreberry bush mod just to have that. So I think you'll find that even though it's Tinker's 1.11.2, that's the version we're playing on, by the way, you'll find that the oreberry bushes are still there, even though in the updated Tinkers they took those away. But I wanted those, so I kept them. Okay, so this is our little island. And, you know, I'm half tempted to go back into creative to show you the island. But this is a survival island seed that I found online. I don't remember where I found it, but basically it's a pretty big island, but it does have limits. And there are other neighboring islands, which is pretty cool. You feel like you're really in the Caribbean or something. And that's kind of the feeling I was going for. With, of course, the one notable thing that we don't have jungle trees or palm trees or anything. I wish there were palm trees in this mod pack. I guess Natura has some close to looking palm-looking trees. Wasn't a very good sentence, but you get the idea. We basically need to... Ooh, there's forestry bees. We need to find a place to settle down now. And I want to kind of keep a rule in this playthrough that we're going to try to stick to our island as much as possible and only leave the island if we absolutely have to. So our island is this beautiful... I feel like that rendered differently than I'm used to. Oh, it's topography. That's a new thing on Journey Map. I haven't noticed that before. That's so cool, actually. And there's the two slime islands. Yeah, that's really neat, but this is the view I was going for. So this is our little island. Our forest is here. A couple of inland ponds. So we have, you know, quote-unquote fresh water. I wish vanilla Minecraft distinguished between fresh and salt water, like Terra Firma Craft does. Because that would be really cool. You can only use fresh water for crops and for drinking. Of course, there is no thirst mechanic, so drinking is kind of irrelevant, but I really like this island. I think it's very beautiful, and it has a little character to it, and some cool little areas like this one over here. I need to find a place to build our starter home, and I'm just going to go very basic on the starter home. And as the sun sets, we really should think about that. Do we have animals? We do have pigs, I know. Yeah, the sun appears to be setting pretty quickly here. I don't know what that sound was. Could be a mod. Could be a creature or something. Kind of sounds like waves rolling in, but yeah, there's pigs there. It's a weird sound. I am a little bit uncomfortable with it, to be honest. A lot of pigs. I'm just trying to figure out how the sun sets on this island. Okay. So I'm looking for sheep at this point, and I really don't have the ability to shear them, do I? I mean, do I have non-iron shears? I do. I could do wooden shears with, well, I guess when in Rome. I just hope there are some sheep that I can use these on, because I really need a bed. Ding, Mistcraft profile. Oh, it's the Mistcraft is loading in. Mistcraft you have to kind of allow to configure before you can really get into it. Okay, let's hope for some sheep. I don't know if that even produce. Yeah, we. There's the sheep. Okay. Please, please, please let me show you. Thank you. And then I need to get rid of something. Okay, and I just need one more sheep. There you are. And that should be good for the bed. I just need to find my crafting bench. We're really cutting it close. I probably should have just done this instead of explaining all that stuff on camera a second ago. Okay, we got our bed, and let's place it quickly and sleep. Okay, so I'm going to pick this bed up, and we're going to start looking for a place where we want to live. Now, the sun sets in the west over here, which is really cool. So it goes over the sky like that. And, you know, I think, so the ultimate goal of this playthrough is to build a mine colonies town. But I'd like to have like a little bit of a starter area before we bring in our colonists. So I think what I'll do is I will go over here and find an area where it's where it's unlikely that we'll need to save a whole bunch of land to build on with our colony and have my little house. But I do kind of want it close by. So maybe, what about this little outlet here, this little island segment here that's even separated by water? What if I just built it right on the top of this hill here? I think I like that. I think that'll work. Okay, so in order to do this, let's first place down our chest. We'll store a bunch of these logs. I guess I ended up with a more cobblestone stack, an extra cobblestone stack than I intended. Okay, so let's do a crafting bench. Okay, and I do have tankers, so I could do a crafting, you know, the tanker's version of that. Put the food away. I probably want to grow that. Okay. And I will grab one stack of the logs. So let's go ahead and plant this down here and get this going. And then let's plant the spruce wood tree here. Okay. And I do need some basic tools. Alright. I will eventually do Tinker's tools, but that's going to have to wait for now. Okay, so with that, gosh, what are those? Oh, you know what? Is that the sound those guardians make at a underwater temple? I bet it is. Yeah, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. There's an underwater monument right over there. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. We will deal with that. But for now, yeah, this is part of the appeal of this seed, I guess. I'm gonna just turn that down. I was like, what is that? The coast? I might need to turn it down further. Okay. Let me get all the seeds off of here, and I am tempted to kill those pigs because I know I have more pigs back on the main island. I'm gonna wait. Maybe I'll be able to save them, but if I get hungry, you know. Oh, and I also need like a little farm to start out with too, don't I? I guess the farm could be like right down here. Is this clay? Yes. Oh, I need clay for sure. I'm gonna get this clay before anything else because it's going to be hard to come by on this island, I have the feeling, and we're going to need some for tinkers. Got to try to avoid getting distracted, though. So I definitely want to make this, I think, into our little farm. So I think that means I should carve another layer off of this island, or at least do a little terraforming, get some dirt. Okay, so we're gonna do our starter house. By the way, this this is a streamed series of videos, so it's gonna be all live, uncut footage of me playing this. I'll narrate. I'll narrate as we go, but the thing is, I'm not gonna be playing every single moment of this on camera. I'm going to be doing a decent amount off camera as well. I think they changed it so tools don't degrade when you do things that don't use the tool, like break grass and leaves. Okay, that's a pretty good start to the just a little lawn mowing there. And getting some extra dirt for our little farm that we're going to build. I'm actually tempted to build the farm first. The shaders mod is great, but it does complicate our lighting situation in dark contexts. It's going to be hard to see underground, for example, so we're going to have to think about that, and we might have to turn up our lighting, because I think I've got it. Yeah, we'll do that and see if that doesn't affect the day. I don't even know if that affects anything on the shaders, to be honest. Okay, so let's talk about the story of what we're doing here. So, like I said, this is going to be a Mine Colonies focused playthrough of a modded survival island. Very excited. I think this is a great concept to do a survival island with mine colonies. I've not seen anybody do that before. Not saying it hasn't happened. I'm sure that somebody out there has done it, but I think it's a great combo of the survival island map idea with the mine colonies mod, which has been, and it has always been and still is, a very cool mod. If you don't know, Mine Colonies is a mod that gives you colonists who start automatically constructing a village, and you kind of direct them and help them out and give them resources and stuff. So it's a very cool mod. Okay, so let's go ahead and give ourselves this dirt, and we're going to come over here and build a little outcropping from this island that we can farm on. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, and then let's go out one more. Okay, and then I think maybe just 1 or 2 more of these, kind of like this, and obviously that's going to look a little bit artificial, but that's quite alright. Okay. And then I'm going to do this. I'm going to stick to just this much for now. I can obviously expand this later if I need to. Yeah, and actually let me go up and grab my crops now. I've got quite a few seeds on me, but I'm just going to grab the ones I didn't get. I'll put the bed down. Okay. Out. Okay, so that's and when we have an issue with YLAW not recognizing some things, that's okay. I should try to stagger these. You always want to stagger crops so that they're not adjacent to, or so that there are dissimilar crops adjacent to them at least. Okay, that's pretty good. That's a good start. Obviously, that'll increase over time. Especially interesting getting those carrots and potatoes moving along. Okay, and with the little daylight we have left, let's start building our house. I'll just build it right over the top of this. Yeah, we have just a tiny amount of daylight. Those guardians are gonna get annoying. We may have to go. Yeah, they're attacking squids. We may have to just turn that off. Well, or just down. I don't want to turn it off because then we won't hear zombies and stuff. Okay. And let's go to about right here. And that is the beginning of our house. And it's just going to be a little square house for now. Maybe I'll have 2 stories. Oops. And we better go ahead and take a sleep. There's the moon. These shaders make the moon look really cool. Okay, so so far so good. And then let's finish the frame here. Okay. Okay. So there's our frame, and then we'll just simply start filling in some stuff. I think I'll have a doorway about here. This is just a very simple, crude building technique. It's not going to be anything fancy. Let's see if the sun rises over there. I like having east windows. So let's put a big giant window across the eastern side of this house. And let's have some southern windows as well. Okay, we got 6, so I'll just do this. Okay. And then this side, maybe I'll put an extra door in right there. Okay, and then make room for 1 window as well. Okay, I think I like the general layout here. And then is this, that's north? Or no, that's east. Okay, yeah. Wait. That's east. This is west. So sunset will be over here. So I guess I'll put in a small window there. Okay. And I do want to have an area where I can do drawers. And I think maybe actually the southern wall is the way to go on that. Okay. So I'll put the drawers right along there. Now, for those who don't know, storage drawers is an awesome mod. And what you do is you just make a bunch of chests, and then you go like this, and then you go like this, Alright. And you can keep going with that. And you just make that cross pattern. You put the chest on the outside. I'm going to just call it that. 24 is pretty sufficient for now. You'll need a lot of wood to make these drawers, but they're worth it. And then you simply go like this. I guess I better just make this into a whole wall. Yeah, and I gotta move this chest now. Okay, so this is going to be our initial storage system here. And I made just the right amount there, so that's awesome. And I'll move this so I have room to access it. And let's put this here. It's a little cramped, but it is what it is. Okay, now with our storage drawers, we can go ahead and start storing things like this wood. And unfortunately, I'm getting a lighting glitch with the shaders. That's not good. You can kind of see it sometimes. I might have to work on that off camera. I'm putting all of my oak wood in this area, and actually, if you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I have space for different wood types going all the way up and down this thing. And I'll put all that in there. Okay. Let's work on the floor now. So I'm just replacing the dirt with a simple cobblestone floor. You know, you've probably seen this one time, you've seen it a million times in Minecraft playthroughs. So nothing too fancy or anything, but I'm also going to place cobble where the doors are going to be going. Okay. Alright. Come on, Mr. Pig. It's a leave. Alright, let's grab 6 of those. I may just have to remember where things are if I can't get that graphics glitch worked out. Okay, so now we have doors, and then we just need to put windows in. I'll build a furnace, because I know I'm going to need one. And let's grab a stack of these. Get those cooking. And then I'll put these away. Actually, let me put these in our drawers. And dirt can go here. Oh boy. If you stand at just the right angle. That's so weird. Yeah, if I don't change angles, that actually works. But it's just, oh man, that's so weird. I think it's a lighting glitch from the shaders mod, to be honest, but we'll have to address that. For a roof, I think I'll just go with oak wood planks, and I'm gonna have to start thinking about a staircase too, aren't I? That's gonna be really tricky. Unless I just settle on this being a one-story building. I could go like up along the window. Yeah, let's do that. Well, I'll get to that when we get to it. For now, I need a little bit more sand. So let's go grab some more sand for our windows. Ooh, that barley has already grown. I'm always shocked at how quickly some of these crops grow, barley in particular. Barley is a natura crop, and you can use it to make bread. I'm really also... Oh, you know what? I forgot to do one thing early on. I need to spawn one more item in. And that is the vine. And the reason I have to do that is because we need vines for Growthcraft. And there's not going to be any vines on this island, so I just need to spawn that in. I don't know if you can create vines in Botania, which is included in this mod pack. By the way, let me show you the mods before we finish the live stream for the day. But there is a way to convert a lot of trees into different tree types, for example, in Botania. And so that is what we're going to do to get other types of trees, probably. Yikes, I got to stop falling. Okay, so with that... Ooh, I need to make that look nicer. Okay. Let me try this. I think that'll look fine. Yeah, that'll be fine. Getting hungry. I don't know where I got all these apples. Oh, it's from the bonus chest at the beginning. Okay. Quickly harvest some sand before nightfall. Plenty of sand up here, and there's no point of it being all the way up this high. I like it along the beach, of course, but it doesn't need to be all the way up here. And I'll replace some of this with dirt. Alright. So, with all this sand, I'm going to go ahead and cook this up. Let's see. Yeah, I could do 32. I'll just do all that sand. And, you know what? I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make another furnace. And I'm going to take about 6 of those. And we're going to make that into charcoal. Okay. Well, you can see the ocean monument silhouette there. I wish I had Optifine. I do have Optifine. I just, control's not working for the zoom in. Let me see if I... I don't even know. This might be obsolete. Yeah, it's just not... There's no control listed there for it. Oh well. You can certainly see the guardians attacking, and then there... I don't know what that yellowish thing is down here. I don't know if that's... Must be something from the temple, but... Where are the mobs? I'm surprised there's no hostile mobs spawning. They might not even spawn on my island, but, you know what I want to do? I'm going to grab one of these. I'm going to try to make this island look a little bit more Caribbean. So I'm going to make this into a swamp-style tree. Okay. So this is our little shelter. So we'll go ahead and sleep here, getting our spawn point set. And I think this will be our sort of more or less permanent home. Let me just do this real quick. And give us a bit of a roof. Nothing fancy. I might work on augmenting this off camera. Okay, and we'll go on this side. Could have done the lower half of the block, but this is better for the interior aesthetic because I can actually see the log on the top, ring around the top of the roof, so it looks nice. Now the problem is mobs can spawn, of course, on the roof. Make a few more torches. And by the way, this barley converts directly into flour, which can be baked into food. The vines I could use as a makeshift ladder to get to the roof. Once they grow. I'm going to expand this out a little bit. Alright, and let's go work on the farm a little bit today. And did not get any seeds on that. Can I? No, I'll just go to flour. I was hoping that maybe I could make seeds out of the barley plant itself, but I guess not. I'll get plenty of barley seeds, don't worry. Okay. Alright, here we go. Yeah, that barley grows really quickly. Unfortunately, potatoes and carrots and things don't grow that quickly. I need a new shovel. I'm trying to decide whether I want to do the mine colony stuff right away, or if I want to just make this episode all of my setup before I start the mine colony stuff. I think I might make it the setup episode. Okay, so that means I better do tinkers. I'll just do the basics of tinkers this episode, and we'll do the more advanced stuff later. Oh, I need to... Well, I'll make the windows in just a second. Okay. I want to make an effort to see if I can be creative enough to get some stairs going up. Okay, so let's try this. It's pretty much gonna have to be something like this. Yeah, I think that's going to have to be the stairs, and unfortunately I don't like necessarily exactly how this comes off, and I might have to close up this window a bit. But that's fine, that's still a pretty good window, and I'll just do that, and this. And then if I really wanted to get fancy, I could do that. Unfortunately, this door kind of gets blocked there, but that... I think it's fine, because it's kind of a side door anyway. I could put like a chest or something in there. Okay, or I could move, you know what, I should just move this. Easy fix. Right there, okay. And I could put a third furnace in under that stair as well. Okay, so that gives us to the roof. And that's fine. So, a couple more charcoal stacks. And let's do the windows, and then we'll do tinkers, and we'll call it an episode. Went ahead and made 32 glass panes from our sand there. Put these windows in so that they keep the bad people out. Okay. Alright. And this one. And I'll put these here, and there, and there. Okay. So I'm keeping all my oak wood types together. I'll probably put... Maybe I'll make these all planks. Okay. So... Nothing fancy, but certainly enough to keep us protected and... you know, keep things moving along. You definitely want to start harvesting wheat right away too, because wheat is going to be really important in mine colonies. So you definitely want that. Okay, I think what I'll do now is a little Tinker's Construct. So let's grab all of these planks back, okay, and a few of those. Okay, so Tinker's Construct. Basically what you want to do is you want to create a few sticks. Alright, and then you want to go like this and do a diagonal with sticks and planks. And I'm just going to make that many, 16. Gonna need another log. And then I'm going to create a chest. And I need yet another log. Okay, so you want to get about 12 planks, 1 wood, and then a bunch of stencils here that we just made. Now you want to create a chest. And you want to create a crafting bench. Alright. Now what we do is we put the stencil here. And we'll do one of each of these. So we got the part builder from the log. We got the tool station from the crafting bench. We got the pattern chest from the chest. And we got the stencil table from the plank. Alright, so we're going to put... where am I going to put this? I guess we'll have to go up on the roof for our tinkers. So we'll start out here with the stencil table and the pattern chest. And we'll do the tool station, and the part builder can be there. By the way, you can also do this. We're going to build a chest and a crafting table. We're going to put the crafting table back in the crafting grid so it becomes a crafting station, which is a Tinker's Construct thing. And we're going to go up here and we're going to place this right next to our other Tinker's modules with the chest right next to it. Now if I right click on this, the chest opens up here, so you can keep things in the chest that you can use to build with on that thing. We're going to put the stencils in the stencil table, and there's a few things we could craft. And let's just get to it, shall we? Let's make some stone tools. Okay. And actually, and this might be an obsolete thing, but I'm gonna go grab. It's not growing fast enough. I'm just gonna have to go with wood for now. I was gonna grab some sugar cane, but I'm gonna have to hold off on that for now. Okay. It is getting to be night, but we can start anyway. Okay, so what you want to do, turn all this into planks. With your stencil table, you want to make some stencils. Now, they've only got a few. I think they might have simplified this a little bit, but you want some basics. So you want your pickaxe and your shovel, and you do want an ingot. Or no, that's the sharpening. I don't want that. Axe head, and then you'll want. I'm gonna actually make. Oh no, I just need that. Okay. Binding pattern and tool rod, I believe. Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna go with those 5 for now. We're gonna add more later. I'm just throwing these in the pattern chest here, and let me just take a real quick nap, and then we'll resume. Okay, and resuming. That is our sunrise, by the way. That's why I wanted that east window. Beautiful. Beautiful sunrise. Okay, so with the pattern chest, now these are all in the chest, but they're also off to the side now as options. So what you want to do is you want to put several materials in here. You can put wood or stone or whatever. And we're going to go with, let's go with a shovel, because we don't have one of those right now. So we can make a shovel head. Out of stone. Putting that away. Alright, so we have the shovel head, and then we need a tool rod. And the tool rod can be out of wood. Alright, and then we need... We'll go to the tool station. Now you can do that from the other menu just by clicking on it, but I just kind of showing you manually here. Click on shovel, and it looks like we need a binding actually, so click on binding, and let's do a wooden binding. Okay, so I put the tool rod in this middle slot, put this in the top slot, and put the binding down here. And bada bing, we have a stone shovel through Tinkers rather than a generic one. And that's better for a number of reasons. We'll talk about that in a minute. Next, we're going to do... Let's do this Maddock. This is a versatile farming tool. So it's basically a better than a hoe tool. So we need an axe and shovel head and a tool rod. So again, tool rod out of wood, shovel head out of stone, axe head out of stone, and then we'll make that up by placing the components where they need to go. Easy enough. I'm also going to do the pickaxe. Pickaxe, we need binding and tool rod, so binding and tool rod. Okay. And the game is recognizing these as stone variants of the tools that we would normally expect to use. I'm going to make an axe as well. That does it for my stone. Probably need a tool rod, and yeah, I need a binding as well. They really did a nice job making these menus at the top so you can just go from one to the other. We're not going to make anything else as far as swords or anything right now. I'm just going to go with our generic Minecraft sword. but this is a stone hatchet, they call it, but it's basically operates the same as a vanilla axe would. Okay. And I'm gonna put... I better put some torches up. Actually, I'll just do one in the middle for now. The other thing I want to do... I do want to build a roof over here, but I have to think about this. I think what I'm going to do is something a little bit unconventional, but I think it's going to look nice. Let me try this. Okay, so I think if I go up one... Oops, that's not what I wanted. If I go up one and then start a roof here, I think that'll be just fine. Because we'll get the we'll get that like overlap effect, but we'll also be it'll be short, so it's not going to be a whole nother obstacle of making it higher. But I think if I just start the roof here, I think it'll look good. I'll probably complete this off camera, because I'm going to need a lot more. So if I go like that, okay, that's already there. So we'll do a lot of this off camera. Okay, so that's basically how it's going to go, and we'll just complete that, and we'll do the other side, and it'll just come up to a peak, and we'll put filler in the middle with maybe a window up there. So that'll be a nice little house. I might build a path or a bridge connecting it to over here. How are the vines doing over here? Yeah, they're starting to grow. That's nice. Let me just kind of help it along a little bit. Getting a zombie sound. Okay, I can't quite reach there. I'll just do that. Okay. Yeah, there must be like a cave or something down there. I'll have to check that out at some point. I could harvest that spruce tree, but I'll probably just do that off camera and start getting those saplings generating. But let's finish the episode by checking on our farm and expanding it. That is mature, okay. And we'll do this one. And this one. Replant that one from earlier. And carrots are ready finally. That's always good. And potatoes as well. And some more wheat. Okay, our farm is coming along nicely. Very, very pleased. And we'll have to start making some more decisions about what goes where once we start harvesting enough that we can start making those decisions. But we are getting a rudimentary farm going, and we're using up all of our seeds. We'll get a little bit of harvest that we can actually make into food, which is useful at this early stage in the game. So with that, I think I'm going to call this an episode, and next time we'll get started on the mine colony stuff. Very excited to be with you and to be doing this series. Join us next time for Minecraft modded Minecraft Survival Island Mine Colonies Adventures. See you next time.